ASMR. My second ever official attempt at this. My first attempt was about 2.5 years ago. I'm gonna try and make this better than the first one, because I actually have a dedicated mic before I was using this headset. This headset microphone. This microphone, this audio capture device. Capture device. Capture device. Capture device. It's a cardioid polar pattern with this microphone. It's Elgato Wave 3. It sounded British there for a second. Now, a little bit awkward. So, I'm not very good at ASMR in the sense that I can't take myself seriously or any of this seriously, even though I've used it to sleep for the past 4.5 years. But, yeah, I mean, let's see how it goes. Just turn my fan down. It's not so loud. Alexa,
Turn on City of Lights in the main bedroom. Alexa, turn on City of Lights in the bedroom.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be doing math homework, but I lost my motivation. Second textbook practice assignment of this semester, and I'm already geeking. For the first one, I was pretty locked in, I can't lie. But yeah, I was looking through some old videos on an old hard drive, or SSD actually. We don't use hard drives anymore, even though hard drives are kind of like the more common word. When you say SSD, a lot of people are like, what is an SSD? Well, not everyone, but, hard drive is easier to say even if it's not a hard drive, like everyone's gonna understand what a hard drive is. Looking through some old videos. A lot of it's just me playing games with my friends, having fun. So last year, as a part of my New Year's resolution, I decided, let's just make this. I decided that I wanted to learn how to draw. My posture looks terrible right now. It's because I have to it's either I slouch or I just bend over and destroy my neck and my spine. I keep switching between the two. I'll figure it out eventually. Or I buy a mic boom arm. That's expensive, especially Elgato equipment. You've seen their key lights and they're really expensive. I don't got that shit. I ended up spending more money on this on this freaking Philips Hue system, then I probably would have if I got an Elgato key lights, but this is more ambient and, it's like the ecosystem, like with Apple's ecosystem, Philips ecosystem, the Philips Hue light system. So this is my sketchbook that I bought. Originally I was drawing off of random pieces of paper that I could find in my math notebook. The obsession started, of course, when I was little. super S, or trying to draw a boy, and I would follow whatever tutorial I could find, and there was always the one that I would find that I was able to draw, but it would end up, I didn't understand at the time, it was just one of those kawaii boys, you know, that's for girls to draw, you know, like those cute little, like, Funko Pop looking things. Not cute, but like, that was what I could do back in the day, you know, where you draw like the circle, like the eye, you fill all of it black except for little semicircles at certain parts, so it gets that glimmering eye. That's what I would practice a lot. Same with drawing Greg Heffley. I was good at Greg Heffley, and I still am. Cartooning for kids was my source of learning how to draw, and I tried using Sharpies, because he used Sharpies in all of his drawings, and I thought it would be satisfying. I got in trouble, because my mom said they're not meant for drawing, and that's a waste. I haven't used Sharpies for drawing since. It's my philosophy. I mean, occasionally I've had to break it out in order to highlight some stuff for trifolds or posters. I mean, I'm in grade 12, so I don't really do that much anymore. Less creative the more the further you go on in life with pretty much everything. And, you know, it's kind of sad, but that's just the way things work. And if you break that sort of norm, you have to be prepared to face the consequences, the potential consequences, whether you like it or not, of going against something like that. Even if you don't like it. Would you rather be free and suffering? Or would you rather be suffering and but living? You're suffering from a lack of freedom, but you have job stability. But maybe you do have freedom. Once you stay at a company long enough, people, it's hard to go on to a different job. Because, you know, you build your reputation. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I'll show you some of my drawings. I mainly would search up Batman reference drawing. Or a sketch, because drawings always come up with those, almost said the bad word. It's not like it matters anyways, I don't really care. I'm trying to keep this unfiltered. I don't even know if I'm going to post this to YouTube. I could make a new channel, keep it completely under the radar, but if someone finds it, then it's the end of my entire life. Anyways, I'm going to show you some of my drawings. So, oh, whoops, sorry. But I got a pair of Nike GTX All Trail runners. They've got Gore-Tex, that's why GTX. Anyways, got a sticker in the shoebox, so that's what I put on this because I didn't know what else to do with it, and I covered up the woman's face. I didn't mean to do that, but coincidence. Anyways, we've got some vile shit in here, but you know, it's just a bit of a jump scare here and there. But other than that, it's pretty decent. This was my first full Batman sketch. A little bit of reference, but I like to build off of it and do my own thing with it. That's not a part of this bottom part's just the paper. There, see, like that's the actual thing. You can see, yes. God, this is so awful. To hold myself like that. Anyways, you can see there's a little bit of an issue with the actual proportions of his face. The shading's a little bit off. It's trying to go one way, but it's also trying to go the other. That's where you can see the divide in the proportion, the reference drawing, and my own take on him. I mean, I pretty much nailed the cape. The logo, pretty decent too. I mean, it starts to it's like a semi-realistic drawing. Added some rain. A lot of these sketches didn't really have much lighting to it. Like it was a little bit of shading, but other than that, there wasn't like a solid lighting. So I like to go for a defined lighting. There was my second one, a lot more gritty, yet stylized approach. So I stopped being so defined with the edge of his mask here. I let the shadows bring out the actual character here. A little bit of a mess, but it was something different. I did mess up the logo, but I mean, not my best work. Here's another one that I did. Let me move this mouse. Hold on. Sorry. You can see the shadows and shading is all my work. It's a little bit off, I know. The neck's pretty decent, like muscles, definition. Logo's okay. I think what I excelled in was this part. This part, not so much. It was a little bit strange because, I mean, light doesn't quite work like that, I don't believe. Which kind of messed up this. Yeah, it actually wasn't that bad, but, you know, I would always come back after a couple hours. Oh yeah, this was me trying to draw my feelings. I don't know, it was meant to be like a chasm. This big exclamation mark representing fear. The black is overwhelming dread, even if it's irrational dread and fear. The city, of course the forest, but it's also lined as a brick wall. It faces into this sharp descent into nothing. It's just a corner, like a wedge. You can't get out because it's completely flat. And the person trying to get out has winter mittens on. Winter mittens, that sounded so weird. Has mittens on. Imagine trying to climb like a climbing wall. You know, those rock walls. Like a fitness center or recreational center. And you have mittens on. You have mittens on. And so you try and climb, the lining is like kind of getting caught in your fingernails. And as you try and grip onto it, it bends your fingernail backwards. Like, that's a little bit gross, and that's not a very relaxing thought. Anyways, it's the idea. All sorts of stuff. I tried to draw. I mean, I'm good with spheres. Larger ones, not so much. As you can see, I didn't put much effort into this one. I just kind of quit. I'm not sure what that is. What is that? That is supposed to be my signature. Anyways, cube, sphere, I was trying to show. What the hell? Oh, another cube. A little bit abstract. Well, geometric, actually. Here, this is like something out of a nightmare. Like that one Batman comic, the Arkham Asylum one. It was like haunted asylum or whatever. It was like a really good and freaky. It's really tense. It's a Batman comic, and it's a classic with a different style to the art design, and it's regarded as one of the greatest comics. Batman comics, even just comics of all time. Anyways, a little bit inspired, but I went extremely no reference and absolutely butchered Batman here. You can see the inspiration of these curves, these dramatic curves, and terrifying bat-like face, and then This is just as bad. A little bit of a letdown. But for my final piece, my most recent one, which last time I did this was in like November or early December, either or. I haven't drawn that really like at all since then. But this is my best and the most amount of time I've spent on something. Well, like in terms of sketches. This is Michael Keaton's Batman. So I've pretty much perfected the shading. It's mirrored. It's kind of weird. The shading, the eyes. I used a reference and then completely changed it. Well, not even a reference. It was literally just an outline of his head. Like, what is the difference between different types of Batmans? And I always do Batman because he's an iconic thing, you know. Like, I was always a fan of him, and he represents a lot, you know, in terms of mental health. And it's not just mental health, it's just me trying to draw something. And Batman was the thing that I chose because I didn't feel like drawing Spider-Man. I wanted to do Batman. Batman has so many different styles. Yeah, 89 Batman. I probably could have done better with the chin shading. But like, anyways. That's a little bit of my sketchbook, my main one. All of my previous, like drawings and sketches and doodles are on other sketchbooks, which aren't actually sketchbooks. There's one that's like a make your own comic thing, and it teaches you how to make a comic and then gives you comic layouts, empty comic book layouts. And I would draw Batman's face in them, but I'd have to cram it in, and just the paper wasn't that great for like a stencil, for a pencil, not a stencil. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of that, and then my custom keyboard is oh, this is heavy, I don't want to drop it. It is a Keychron Q1 Pro. I've had it for about 2 years now, and I love it. The moment I got it with Gateron, whatever. Baby kangaroo switches. They're tactile. I'm opening all sorts of stuff on my computer right now when I do that. Turn on carrot browsing. It's brilliant. The knobs. I know people love knobs. Anyways, took the baby. This is my baby, but I took this bad boy apart. Tempest mod, foam mod. I got a bunch of. It's originally gasket mounted, but like I modded it so much, like I stuffed it almost as much as I could to dampen any sort of echo. Cause no, I'm pretty sure I replaced the back or the PCB or. Oh my god, I can't even remember any of the parts. It's been so long. Anyways, I love this keyboard. You know, spacebar foam, Tempest mod, foam in between the PCB and the, oh my god, I don't even remember at this point. Anyways, I modded this keyboard quite a bit, and I love it, and it sounds and feels absolutely amazing. These switches are probably the most underrated switches. I know they've been out for a while now. I love them. I've been able to try out quite a few switches before. Going to Best Buy and trying out those major gaming brands switches. It's not quite the same as trying out something like the Tiffany blue one. What is that switch? Is Celios and Telios. It's the Telio. Never tried that. But I have black inks, and I have Keychron K-Pro reds, and I have Gateron reds. And yellows. Do I have milky yellows? Or the ink yellow was milky yellow. I don't even remember half of the terminology anymore. Anyways, here, take a listen at this. Let's go on to monkey type. My matching mouse that I got around the same time. It's just a Logitech G Pro Superlight. G Pro X Superlight, whatever. First gen. I got it in red. It was a new color at the time. And I love it. And then I also got a coiled aviator cable with, if you can see right here, not with the mouse, but with the keyboard. Listen to this space bar. Let's take a try. Or let's just go into Zen mode. I am a very quick typer. My personal best is 159 words per minute. I've definitely fallen off since then, since I don't type competitively. I mean, against myself. I don't type competitively or try and get. I haven't been on monkey type in a while. And I know I'm kind of fucking edging the keyboard sounds and pretty much every sound because I have been rambling. But there's so much I want to say, and I don't like to interrupt myself by doing monotonous things in the background, even though that's what ASMR is, and I'm doing it again. If I do post this to YouTube, this might be it might either blow up, like they always see on YouTube, like my very first ASMR video, or it will never be seen by a single person, or it'll be seen by someone in my school and passed around, and then that would be the end of my social life. But I think people respect me at school, at least maybe a little bit, enough and nobody really cares anymore when you get to grade 12. Nobody cares nobody cares about your identity or any of that. Everyone's so wrapped up with themselves all the time anyways, back especially in grades like 9, 10, 11. Because where I'm at, grade 9 is where we start high school, and then grade 10 is actual high school, because grade 9 is a little bit, it's like a modified high school, to be like a transition stage between middle school and high school, or junior high and high school. Anyways, everyone's so focused on themselves and insecure that they project themselves and project their insecurities onto other people, which makes those other people, I'm not sure what that little bump was that I just did there. I like shook the desk by reflex. Something, I don't know. Anyways, learning about reflex arcs in bio. Okay, let's stay on topic. God, I was about to say, am I even recording? I'm gonna look back on this and cringe big time. Anyways, it's very loud. And then that makes other people insecure about themselves, and then they project the same thing. It's like a never-ending loop, and then there's some people that either were like the quiet kid, and people didn't want to pick on them because they were just nice people. Not quite quiet kid, but like just the kid who would do his work. Was chill, didn't get into any drama, And my best friend is like that, He's pretty much a moral base, a moral compass for me. In the sense that, like, he's a good person. He's a good guy. Very decent person, In the sense that, like, he's just a great guy. Oh my god, look at my neck. Like 180 degrees doing that. It's 'cause, like, I'm myself close to the mic without bending my neck or slouching. Rather just slouch, but then it makes me look really short. Projecting insecurities much. Anyways, what was I saying? Anyways, yeah, grade 12, people just don't really care. People are focused on themselves, and everyone's figured themselves out around this time in terms of who you want to be or who you are, and nobody cares about that social stuff anymore because everyone's so focused on their future. But even then, people still change and people still go through stuff, and it's like everyone regresses to grade 8 level maturity once you get into college, I'm sure. It's like everyone in grade 12, no one does like a Halloween trick-or-treating or anything like that, or only goes to a party. But then once you get to college, it's like you've completely reverted back to being a kid again, which is weird. But I wouldn't know. I just started semester 2 of grade 12. It's a crazy 12 years. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it, because I'm not sure what else to talk about. It's not like I have to have a plan, because I'm never gonna script or plan something like this, but yeah, I might make another video. Depends on how this one does, if it even picks up, but I'm gonna make a new channel apart from my main channel. My main channel, you're never gonna know what my main channel is unless you're able to decipher my voice back to it. My main channel is not popular, so you're not gonna find it. Unless you're someone I know that's watching this, which I hope not.